So, Dean, first of all, 2-1 defeat today. What did you learn?
Oh, quite a bit, to be honest. I mean, we had to change the second half team an hour before the game because John Egan had to pull out with an Achilles, so we were struggling a little bit for defenders. But the game was a good run out. First half I thought we played very well, moved the ball well, defensively looked very organised, won the ball back quickly. Just didn't take our chances, I suppose. I thought we were a much stronger team first half. Second half we looked a little bit disjointed at times. It was poor to score to concede from the set piece. I thought the first goal may have been offside, but we got caught out a little bit with a ball over the top. But then, Ollie scored a really good goal at the end. But today was about training, really. It was a training game for us and getting some minutes, getting ready for August the 4th. So it was a really good run out for us.
That sounds like fans can't draw too many conclusions from who was playing in each 11.
No, not at all. It was a total mix of players trying to balance it out, and it's always the hard thing. For head coach, come pre-season, he's balancing out the team. So, unfortunately today we got beat. The result, but it tells us an awful lot about the players. Mads Beck had to play 90 minutes today, and I thought he did really well. So, a lot of positives. Esri got another 45. So, a lot of players coming to the fore and getting the minutes under the belt that we need.
When you play a game like this, you can never be 100% sure how competitive it's going to be, but it was a little bit feisty at times. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Oh, it's a good thing. I mean, I was a little bit annoyed. There was a naughty tackle on Ollie Watkins when he caught his Achilles, but there's nothing wrong with a bit of competitiveness, and that's what you want at times, because in reality, that's what the Championship's like.
This came at the end of a week out in Germany. How's that gone? It's
been brilliant. Wonderful place we got here. On side, the company who brought us here have been fantastic with us as well. But the facilities, the pitch that we're trained on, and the work that we've got out of the players has been really, really good. And they've been a credit to the players. They've worked very hard. And they went into this game today slightly fatigued, but it's been very, very useful for us.
Fans will see that teams pretty much up and down the leagues now go away for periods of time. Brentford have now done it for a week, 10 days for the last 4 or 5 years. What's the benefit of doing it? Well,
you'll have new squad members. You'll find out different things about different people that probably they didn't know before. I was sat in a conversation with Luke Daniels and Ollie Watkins, and they're finding things out about each other that they didn't know previously. And that's the beauty of it. And there's some tough bits that you can do over here. We've got a few mountains. We've been on a river in Austria, kayaking and rafting, and there's tales to be told throughout the season, and you can get a group harmony and a togetherness over here that can carry you throughout the season.
Speaking of the fans, there were 100 or so, by my count, and there's a rough count that came out. I mean, it's always nice to see supporters coming to games like this, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a long way over, but they seem to enjoy themselves. They had a few German beers and got the weather as well, so really pleased to see them out here, and they were in good voice at the end as well.
You mentioned that John Egan had an injury, so couldn't play. So we'll just have a look at some of the others who weren't involved today. We'll go through them one at a time. With the goalkeepers, I guess what you've done in the past is just give goalkeepers 90 minutes, haven't you? So nothing in Luke or Jack not playing?
No, Luke will play on Tuesday against Wickham. Jack played the first game, and I've always said goalkeepers for me need to get 90 minutes, otherwise they never get tested or a touch of the ball. And pre-season for them is about getting 90 minutes where they can.
Chris Mepham?
Chris Mepham, unfortunately, hurt his shoulder in training Wednesday, I think it was. I'm lost with days here, it might be Thursday. He got a whack on the shoulder, so fortunately we've had an x-ray over here, and there was nothing fractured or untoward, so it's the ligaments, but it might take a couple of weeks to sort out. So it's an unfortunate collision that happens in training. It happened to be Meps.
Florian Josephson didn't play today either.
No, Flo's been training for the last week. Obviously, I said after the Boreham Wood game he's had a little bit of patella tendonitis. With the numbers that we're carrying at the moment, I thought it was probably better just to rest him still and we give other players who we want to have a really good look at the minutes in this game today.
I'll save you one answer because Saeed hasn't had international clearance yet, so that's why he couldn't play. I think the only other one was Justin Shaibu.
Yeah, Justin picked up a slight thigh injury, so he couldn't play either. So, all genuine reasons why lads didn't get minutes today. And as I said earlier, at Boreham Wood we're carrying quite a large squad at the moment, so there will be players that don't play in some games.
Finally, we've got 3 weeks now to the start of the season. 2 friendlies coming up in the next, well, 3 in fact. We've got two in one day next Saturday. What's next for the squad?
A couple of days off. We're travelling back. They'll have Sunday off and come into train later on Monday. They need a rest. It's been tough. I'm not sure how some teams do it for 2 weeks because I'm ready for the rest myself as well. It's tiring, but it's been good fun. And as I say, we've got a lot out of this trip. The players and the staff have been in teams, so the players have got to know a few staff members a bit more intimately as well. So it's been very good for the whole club really, and a group of staff have worked very, very hard while they're here. And now it's getting ready for games, and we can taper down the training slightly, which the players will be pleased to hear, but only slightly, and get ready for that game on the August 4th against Rotherham.